Hey guys, Kid here of Burn 1. I'm actually joined with two others for this commentary. We're going to try a three-way commentary, see how it goes. One, is, of course, is Dean,
Hello.
and then Nico is going to join with us for his
What's
first
up?
time. Yes. All right, so this is just the finals at our locals at FTG. It's a really fun match, so we're going to go ahead and commentate over it. All right, let's get into it.
I haven't actually seen this, so this is going to be interesting.
Yeah. Oh man, anyone that's watching this and is gonna like die
This
when
is
they see Dean's list.
this is the definitive Kemono list. There is
Definitive.
truly nothing. There is nothing stronger. So I think in my opening hand I had a standby, so I discarded the brainstorm, so I could summon it with the standby.
I hate you even more now. Yeah. So I'm.
A very strong opening here. Brainstorm in the front row. I like it
Yeah.
already.
Yeah. You know I'm in a good position here, right?
I ditch the 2K counter when I see that, and then I'm just like, I have this Kaban, and I can't really kill this thing, but I have a big brain, so I know what to do.
Yeah. The one thing to be spooked about with Gabon here is that the brainstorm on play for Overlord gives minus 500 to something in the front row, and surprisingly, Gabon is 500 power, right?
Yes.
But it's fine. You have standby here. I hate this so much.
Oh no. Oh my. That is very unfortunate.
Oh yeah, I was really mad when this happened. I was like, this can't be happening. And if you can see it in my hand, I already have another brainstormer there too. So I was like ready to pop Kabans, but Dean said no.
I just don't care, so I'm going all in. I'm going to try to resolve 4 Kabans in my first 2 turns.
Well, I don't think that might be. Oh
I
wait,
think-
no, you don't.
So I kept looking at it, and the thing was I think my hand was just filled with garbage because this list has a bunch of garbage in it, and like the only I'm like, I kind of need these pluses, and I kind of have to sandbag level 1 with this deck.
Yeah, because you don't really
And
go
also
up to level 2, right?
Yeah, and then also I was just dead inside because like I shouldn't have been winning with this deck. I should not be here in the finals with this list.
What was your record again? Can you tell it for everybody at home? It was 5-0 at this point.
6-0.
Oh,
Right? Was it 5 rounds?
It was a 4 or 5. Yeah, you're 5-0, I think. Was it a 5-round tournament? No.
Yeah, it was. It was 4.
Yeah.
It was 4? Oh
and
yeah,
then
so I'm 5-0.
we had the what is it thing to
Okay.
decide first, second, third, and
Yeah,
fourth,
so yeah, you're right. Yeah, I was 5-0. Yeah. I hate this list so much. Gurren's a good set.
Yeah. I was
I
pretty
played
So
surprised.
Really
kids
Gurren.
already level 1.
Yeah, I was really surprised I got hit to level 1 so quickly, but here we are. You know,
And
making these very desperate plays.
So I remember this because you go minus 500 and then you're like you're getting ready to grab out the brainstormer. Just like I don't know, out of like some kind of sheer rage, you're gonna like feel 2 brainstormers to kill my 1 Kaban.
Got him, boys.
So I think I tell you like, yeah, just fucking do it. I don't care what happens.
No, yeah, I end up not doing it here because I was like, it's not even worth it because my hand right now is just so bad. Like, I think if I had a good hand setup, I would like actually consider it.
Grab the 1-0 Shaltir Suicider. Is that right?
Yeah, I really like the effect too. It's like 5k power usually, so you can kill like level zeros if you get hit to 1 first, and then you get the reverse on the swing back. So your Cocutus level 2 gets the direct attack for the extra stock.
Cancel on 3 like a good player.
So you choose to resolve it again. Okay.
I don't care. I'm gonna resolve all the Kabans I can.
Yeah, at this point too, I was really sad that I failed the level 0. I forget her name. The girl that everyone likes in Overlord.
The yellow card?
No, the one that like loves Ainz.
Oh, Albedo?
Yeah, Albedo. I had to play the Albedo that bounces back to hand with climax play. Normally, like you really want that to set up your level 1 game with the 2-1 early play for the climax combo for standby. So having to actually feel that in the front row feels really, really bad.
I think I looked at you and I said I don't even care, so I'm just going to I'm gonna clock my anti-change counter. Oh, see, this kills your Slayer. It's a 3/5, and it goes.
And then that just got +2 soul. What a... That card, man.
So good, and it's 3/5. It like wins its lane. Oh yeah, then I'm like, wait a second, I didn't discard. Almost cheated.
Almost.
Are you considering backing this up?
Yeah, at this point my hand is actually garbage. Like,
Ah.
I think this is the point where I have 4 climaxes in hand, and I'm just like...
Now you told me what my soul trigger was.
True.
I forget. Do I go in for that big damage? Oh yeah, I think I have because of the stock. Well, because that thing has a stock requirement on its attack power. I think I'm a little sad because I don't think there's any Kabans left in the deck, so I can't Kaban for Kaban again. I think that's where he really beat me, was right here, this turn.
Okay.
Not getting the 4th Kaban. Yeah, at this point I was just like, oh my god, how do I...
What do I even
Yeah. Like, I think I ended up... I get... Yeah, you'll see my hand right there, I have 3 climaxes in hand, and I... gotta discard one here. And I got really lucky here, actually. I actually top-checked one of the 2-1 early play Ainz. So that actually like made my hand actually playable, I think, here. Yeah.
You have another Albedo in hand to set up the Ainz?
I don't remember, but my hand was so garbage here, I was just like, how's this happening? I think I actually end up... Do I end up overplaying? I might actually do that, just because I felt like this is the only way I stay in the game at all. Oh yeah, I do end up overplaying. I think I move up, yeah, move up the level 0 and then overplay that.
Overlord seems like a pretty strong set.
That 2/2 Crusadus is... Man.
Yeah, it's like really good for no reason.
Hard, yeah, it is ridiculous.
Yeah, I've been talking to the Japanese people in the chat, and they were saying that like Japan is actually considering Overlord as a WGP contender deck, but they don't know if the meta can like handle it right now, because in Japan they have a lot of stock swap things going on and things like that. So it makes Cocytus a little awkward sometimes. But I think like if you abuse the 2-1 rest counter at level 2 instead of at level 3, it might like go pretty far, but not really sure yet.
It's also got that burn event.
Yeah, it was a 3/3 burn 2.
Did you just eat 4 here, Dean?
Yeah, I did. What do you think? It's me. It's your boy.
Oh man, stand by.
So it's like standby. Was that like a double soldier? No, it's just a swing for. Yeah.
It's for 2.
Single soldier.
Yeah.
Nico asking if I ate a swing for 4.
I don't remember if I even play anything here. I guess I would.
You don't
play
have
it.
another Cositis?
No.
You could play over it with the level 0 that bounces back.
Yeah, I ended up getting nothing because there was just nothing of value. I'm still stuck at level 1, so there was no other cookie disc.
Oh, the real
cookie disc
option
or whatever.
had,
Yeah.
So I level green for the good heal event. Then I continue to eat damage. And then right there it is. You see that?
Oh.
It's fine.
It wasn't a refresh. Okay. I thought it was. I just remember that card stays there for a while. I also remember this paper airplane stays there for a while and it really hurts.
Dude, everything in that clock stays there for quite a while. Yeah, I guess unless you're a character, that might disappear.
So I do have a question. Is there any particular reason you felt, other than memeing, really, to resolve 3 Kabans in the game?
Okay. I actually needed the brown bear because I don't think I had the brown bears in hand. Like, my hand was actually just kind of garbage. And this card is just good. Like, also, I don't think I was that favored. Like, look, I had a 4-card deck. And there was only, I think that was like the only climax in there. No, I had a 5-card deck. So yeah, that was like a 6-card, right? Because I searched 1, clocked 1, drew 1. So yeah, I had a 6-card deck. So that was a 1 in 6 chance. And you know, good players have good things happen to them.
I guess I was just more asking, like, did you need to resolve all the other previous Kabans, like Kaban having to get Kaban mainly?
Oh yeah, the Kaban needing to get Kaban. My hand at the beginning was like, it didn't have attackers in it.
Oh, okay.
And like I said, I have to sandbag level 1.
Yeah.
The level 1 is the only playables I have are 1/1s and the brainstorm. And I'm not gonna hard play a 1/1 7K. So I think I grab. Do I grab the early play or the drop searcher?
That's the drop searcher so far.
Do I cheat here? No. Okay. Yeah, I know I had the early play in hand. Why am I tapping this card?
Yeah, so you add stock, then pay it out immediately with the brainstorm, is what happened
Yep.
there.
Why did I do that?
So
Because I
you-
needed. Oh, because so I can search. Yeah.
Yeah. So your Rhino could do stuff. So
Rhino.
Or fucking whoops. Brown bear, right?
Yeah, there you go. See, and also notice my board right now is only a single brown bear, because and that's the one I grabbed off the Kaban. I literally didn't have another one.
This thing does a lot of work, if I remember correctly. I think during that day too, no one was really prepared for like people to drop 2 110Ks that replace themselves. Because I don't even know how you made it to the finals here. That was a crazy day.
Oh, it was really good against the Gurren list, where I had 4 of them on board, all with all of the markers, and then an alpaca in the back row, and I refreshed 8 and 16, and I just stared at him.
I just remember he stood by a restander, and I'm like, oh, okay, I guess that happens sometimes.
Yeah, unfortunately with Kemono, like actually Lion is really good because you just don't have anything else really going on at your top end. So like the random sack is like pretty good.
This thing's huge now. I think it's a 12/5 after I play the climax. So like it answers your 2/2, and then it itself is just
even with the full board, even with the 2K counter that I would have, we just tie. So it's such a really, really crappy position to be in right now.
Yeah, I was actually surprised at like how good Brown Bear was as a card. Well, I think it's actually better than Owls as far as like feeding into a consistent game plan, but then you have to play this like really garbage 1/1. Because the marker compression is what like Kemono wants as a set.
Yeah, you build so much compression through memory and through stock charging that like getting these extra markers is actually pretty ridiculous.
It's just like you just gimp your level 1 game, which really hurts. And it's not like gimping, like not playing a level 1 game. It's like you're just completely gimping it.
Yeah,
by
like,
not having one.
I think the only time you would actually like have a level 1 game is if you trigger standby randomly, right, into a 1-1 and 0. So
yeah, that's the only time. Because at level 1, you'd rather have alpacas come out.
So you just hard encore the Cositus there?
Yeah, I'm just not in a position to do anything. And then anytime there's an open lane, like hard on coin Cocutus or whatever, or anything actually, doesn't feel as bad because you know it's going to build 2 stock.
Yeah.
Right, so.
I think I'm like looking at my deck and I'm like, I think I'm fine. I think I'm in a good spot. The climax and clock is kind of annoying, but it happens. Yeah, and I don't remember if I have a backup in hand or not. But, you know, it's kind of funny that while you stand by into the big card with Overlord, it's never in a position to actually challenge anything. Because it'd rather be in an open slot. Just a strange thought.
Yeah, but I mean, usually you build open slots through the Shultier level 1 bomb and the 2-1 Heinz. Because actually, if you get the Albedo bounce back, it's 8k, and then we have a 2k counter, so usually it's big enough. Oh yeah, this is the feels bad moment.
Did you not have any level 3s?
No, there was nothing good again. It was just really unfortunate.
That was the tap counter. You just had to. How many of the tap counter do you run in your list? Is it 2?
In this, only 1. But after playing the deck, I think you have to play 2. That or
I just saw that stock there, so.
Yeah.
Brown Bear still doing work. Now they're 9-5s. Well, my big bear is huge.
Oh yeah, that was.
So you just
yeah, because Dean was like right there. He was complaining a lot, and I was like, God damn it! This guy doesn't know I have 3 climaxes in hand right now after playing 1 from my hand, and I just triggered 1 too. It just feels so bad right there.
Oh, look at this come and play stock charge 1. And then it's huge, so it kills your lane. And I think now I use the good, really cool monkey.
Yeah, that day you were the only one that was able to like really get rid of the Cocutus like consistently, which was really annoying.
What a good set. I think I almost stock the 1-1 because it's garbage, but then I'm like, wait a second, it's a marker. Yeah.
Cutis signed to that's kind of that's a real feels bad man.
Such a strong card.
I remember I was pretty happy about at this moment that he didn't slam a climax. I was like, oh man, if he did, I was like totally screwed. But instead,
I wanted to play a slower game because I was kind of behind in damage, and like the only thing that would like win me the game is like compressing and like slowly grinding you out.
Yeah.
Like I am like fairly compressed. I've got.
You have like 5 in memory.
9 cards on board.
Yeah, you have 9 cards on board, 5 in memory, and then like
5
4,
stock. That's all.
Yeah,
clean.
or 5 stock. That's the yeah. I think one of the things that really hurt you in this game was that your climaxes got stuck in clock because you healed down so much and just was stuck at level 2 for quite a while.
One climax is fine. Being stuck in clock. Spoilers.
I wonder what happened.
This game is so bad.
having to hard play the Cositas there.
Yeah. I just needed to like answer some stuff off the board or something.
Was it even big enough? I forget.
Doesn't look like it.
It's big enough to kill the monkey.
Oh yeah, +1 soul. I was so happy that happened. I was just like, please let Dean die. Oh yeah. So, but Cookies is gonna get big enough where he either has to counter or I get the kill.
You're bigger than 10-5?
Mm-hmm. Because I believe, because you remember my hand has 3 climaxes in it, so I'm like, I'm just gonna slam the climax, bounces back, give that 1k, so it's gonna be at 11-5.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you have to counter here, which I assumed you didn't have any counters.
I mean, as long as they stay on the board through the refresh. Yeah, and I was like super compressed.
Yep.
Wait, I'd have the counter?
You had the counter, yeah.
Did you forget the stock charge there?
No, it only stock charges on direct attack.
Oh, okay.
Now then, this is powerful. Because I am at 0-5 or 2-5 right now. And then this is where things get spicy. I check my deck for events because I have the Kaban early play in hand, which is 2 or less climaxes, and it lets me search an event under it. And the only event I had in my deck was the 2/1 heal, and I had one of it because the airplane and another 2/1 heal are stuck in clock. And then I cancel on exact, and then Sugoi.
Very strong.
And then I immediately draw the 2/1 heal, so I no longer need to use Kaban. And it also, if you look at my clock, it has a drop searcher, the paper airplane, the 2/1 heal event, 2 climaxes, and the double bonder to the airplane. So like my choices from clock are all terrible. But I grabbed the double bonder. Because I only have the drop searcher and the double bonder as the actual choices. Since I'm winning board so hard, I think I just kind of,
Do you have any climaxes in hand at this point?
No.
Okay.
Like I'm still compressed, right? Because like all that marker and memory compression, like it still adds up.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And I'm just like, I have 1, 2 climaxes out, 3 climaxes out. I've got 5 in deck. If I can trigger a standby, I can I have 2 lions in the grave, so I can start going just start going in.
I think luckily for me, you never triggered standby for that shenanigans.
No, the standbys, they magically appear in the clock. The clock has like a magnet on it, and like all of the climaxes go there. I think my hand right now is like a lion and then like a Kaban, and that's it. Oh, and a brown bear. So yeah, I guess
I canceled the last instances of damage, which is really good.
Yeah, I feel like I got really lucky with those cancels there. And I remember at this point, I just said, literally the only way I win is if I could sack at this moment.
I felt fine. Like I felt like I really hate this list because at this point I'm like starting to feel really good about this game.
Wait a minute. Wow. Wait, this is Dean's last. That was Dean's last turn, wasn't it? You just kill him here.
No.
Oh no. Okay, he gets one more turn.
Yeah. Because I've got 5 climaxes in my deck. I've got all this crazy marker compression. I've got this crazy memory compression. I've been stock charging with Alpaca for 50 turns. I'm just like, wow, this list. I'm like winning board here. You know, as much as I hate this list and I hate the fact that it was doing well, like I feel in complete control right here.
Yeah, I definitely at this point I was definitely like, I've lost this game. Like I'm just gonna like try to go for any sacky play I can to get you into lethal range or kill you. But I didn't expect to win at all on this. And then it doesn't help too. Obviously, Kemono friends, my 3/2 albedo does not burn.
Mecha Jennifer.
Yeah.
Mecha Jennifer's such a good card.
Oh, and at this point too, I remember I asked you how many climaxes in waiting room, and you said 1, and I was like, "That's cool." My blue level 3 also does nothing. So I remember when that happened, I'm slamming the climax because I just need the damage to go through.
Yeah.
Oh man.
And I'm like I said, I have 5 in there, so I'm feeling really good. I'm feeling really good. And then I think I just kind of blanked for a second here, and I didn't know what was happening because this thing hits the board, and I'm really confused by it. So now, okay, in my deck is a standby and a wind, and I felt like I didn't want to brainstorm because if I trigger the standby, I get to pay it out anyway, and I get to win off of that, and then like clock drawing is like damage I don't need to take because like I'm really far ahead. Like I said, because there's a standby in there, double triggering actually isn't bad. It digs me deeper through the deck. So I just go, I'm gonna marker up, get some compression, and just sandbag a turn. It felt like the right play, right? I mean, like, there's nothing wrong with it.
In the same position, I probably would have made the same exact play.
Because it's like clocking myself is not going to help me. The only thing to do is like flood me with climax. So I'm over here hoping for a standby to get like the easy lethal. And then I asked you what this thing does because I didn't even see it hit the board.
Yeah, it's like global 1500 to everything, including itself in the front row, and then ditch 2 to clock kick. Oh yeah, I remember this. Yeah, I remember this. I was so mad. I was like, really, Dean?
And then, and like I'm just still just like, please, where's my standby? Where's my standby, right? And now I'm left with a pretty small deck. I'm left with a 5-card deck, 1 climax. I'm feeling pretty good, like, because you know refresh is going to be good. I've still got a lot of compression. You need a lot of damage to kill me. And from my understanding, your finishers are either meme tier, Mecha Jennifer, or their burn ones, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm not too worried.
Oh no, yeah, this was the point where I was like, I literally have to sack him to win here. I can't do anything. Like, it just feels so bad. I feel like this entire game I was triggering like crazy for some reason, or like they were flooding to my hand. Even though I had a lot of, in the list I have like a lot of outs to stuff like this, it just was really, really awkward.
Yeah. And I think what's in my hand right now is a Lion and a Kaban still. I think that's like, I'm down to 2 cards. So yeah, it's a Lion and a Kaban. So I have like a come and play salvage and a come and play get a marker. So I could get like a tap counter. So I'd set myself up pretty well for next turn. Is it 4 cards left in deck? It's 4 cards, right?
Yeah.
Is it 5? These things have 4 soul, right?
Pretty much.
There's 3. They're 3.
Yeah. So when I played that climax too, I remember like, what was it?
Burn 4. Look at that.
Yeah,
on
that was,
1.
Oh.
That was the moment that I was like, oh, this might actually work.
Yeah, and this felt really bad because I'm like, oh, sure. I mean, like, I think I jokingly said, look at all that clock compression you gave me.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
So you're fresh with 5 here, right? Because you triggered.
I refreshed 5,
Yeah.
which is like, I mean, like,
It's still not bad, yeah.
Still not bad. yet. Because I still got like 5 cards in memory, right? No, 6 cards in memory. Like all that stock, I still have those markers. I mean, I don't have any hand, but you know, you take what you get. But now, behold, the sign of death. Then you have a clock kick, and I'm like,
Yeah.
you know, I'm probably living, maybe, hopefully.
Yeah, I was happy when that happened because I was just like, it makes both of these last swings lethal. Like or if I trigger on any of these, become lethal. Right? Or were you at
Then yeah,
4?
4 here and
Yeah.
dies.
Well, I mean, I
get a little bit of rage at the end there.
Dude, okay. Okay, the list is bad. The list is bad. But at that point in the game, like when we got to that point, you know, like
that was just very unfortunate, dude. That was the fact that you refreshed a climax and then just
I had 2 clock stuck in clock from refresh and from the other thing. The climax being on top was actually I think that refreshing the climax is less triggering than the fact that in my deck I triggered the wrong one, followed by the climax being on top. Because he was like 3-4, 3-5. If I would have triggered on a standby, it would have led to lethal. Off of the lion, most likely.
Yeah, it should have, for sure.
I think I was left with a 4-card deck. No, see, that's the thing.
Well, I mean, the trigger in itself was only a 1 in 8 chance. You had 8 cards at the start of that turn.
The actual thing that I'm thinking of right here in hindsight now, looking at this, is with my 7-card deck. Was brainstorming the right play over thinking I can pay out the standby if I trigger it? Because standby, like brainstorming, would have let me refresh the same amount, but I would have had the 3 stock clean.
Well, I think brainstorming was the more stable play, whereas you went for the more riskier play. I think your play is fine because with, like as you said, with your logic, that play gave you the opportunity for lethal, which you should take. And the benefits you would have gotten from brainstorming, I feel, are just slightly worse. I would.
Are they? Wait. Let's think about this for a second. If I would have hit on that brainstorm, I would have had 2 more brown bears, and I would have refreshed really, really compressed.
Well, so you had the 8-card deck. So let's say it was 8, because you had 5 cards at the end there, didn't you?
4.
Oh no, yeah, you're right. Yeah.
I had 2 climaxes and 7 cards, and I thought that triggering the standby leads to lethal. That was my line of thought. And not triggering it means that I was left with 2 climaxes in my deck.
Yeah, that's. I mean that line of play is fine then, right? That completely makes sense.
No, it does. Like if he's going for lethal, especially, I think it's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Versus brainstorming, but brainstorming does seem like the more stable play now in hindsight, because it's like if I hit 2 on the brainstorm or 1 on the brainstorm, I get extra compression, and then still reach my refresh with a little more knowledge. Like, no, it's the same amount of knowledge, but like, I guess I could have grabbed like monkey if I only hit 1, and then like refreshed all of them anyway.
So I think right now, because we have the opportunity to like look back at this game with hindsight, brainstorming I think was probably the better play. You may have been kind of caught up in the moment and being like, you know, I'm just going to try to kill him this turn. But if you sandbagged, he had like 2 cards in hand or something.
Yeah, 2 cards.
You saw, like he was making an all-in play. So
yeah, that's fair. I mean, like,
yes. Yeah, I guess if you brainstormed and then if you hit, you got the brown bear, you got more markers and stuff. I guess that would have been slightly better.
It would have been way better. My brainstorm.
Well, yeah, not slightly. What am I talking about?
Yeah, it would have been crazy.
I mean, you still would have died because it's Kit King, but I mean,
yeah, I know. It's Kit King from Burn 1.
Oh God. But besides that, the real talk, like on this list, like how do you actually think your list is really bad? I was really surprised that you were undefeated until that point.
I don't think I just really hate brown bear. As like I don't hate brown bear. I actually really like brown.
You hate the
I
one
legit
one, right?
I fell in love. Yeah, I fell in love with everything about the list except for the fact that my level 1 game had nothing in it.
Yeah.
And I thought it had nothing in it until I played against Bang Dream, and I just fielded 3 1-1s and one board until level 3, and I was just like, I don't know what's going on. They can't kill my 7-5. Like it was just like
It was against
my
the Yukina level 1 combo, though, right? Or was this?
yeah, it was against
Yeah.
Yukina level 1 combo, and then the 1-0 would resonate and be like big enough, but then I'd have a counter every time, and I'm just like, I don't know what's happening. Like I have a brainstorm, an alpaca, and then 3 1-1s in the front row, and that was like my board for like 3 turns.
Crazy.
It just sat there. It was unanswerable. It was really disgusting, actually. Oh, but I mean it feels really bad that you're 1-1, that you can't stand by into brown bear, because brown bear only gets markers on play from hand. It feels bad that your 1-1 is a worse version of Silica. It's a 1-1 6/5 that gets 500 power if you have 2 other friends and a hand encore. The Liz is a like 1-1 6K that gets 1500 power.
Yeah, it's 1-1. Is it 6K?
It's 6K because it's 7/5
Yeah.
actually.
Oh yeah. So yeah, I think it's 6K 1500 plus hand encore if you have 2 or other. It's
Yeah,
like,
so it's the same
Kemono
field
got
condition.
shafted for sure. Because didn't this come out after the standby Silica stuff came out already?
I don't remember. I think it came out before, but it's just like it just feels really bad knowing that like I definitely did underestimate how strong Brown Bear was as a card when she actually hits board, and how stable it is. Because like older list of Kemono, whenever you would try to do the memory compression game, or at least when I did with the standbys and stuff, it's like sometimes if you didn't have a slow game at the beginning, if you got rushed to 2 or something, your deck fell apart because your deck was built around just like looping dolphins and getting cancels off of your compression that you built up in the early game. Mm-hmm. This one, you just win board and get compression by playing your cards down. So like that game, I only went into level 2 with like 3 stock, and I managed to still like get compressed.
Yeah.
So it's definitely more stable.
I mean, I know that you said like it sucks that you can't stand by into the brown bear, but I think that you already have a good game plan with alpaca, so at least you're never put into a position where you have to guess whether you need to play brown bear or you need to play alpaca off the standby, right?
Right, and then it's also if you, I guess this also addresses like Nico's question, like why did you resolve Kaban so many times in the early game? Well, in the early game, like I can't play my climax combo until like 2. I can't actually play down a wind like just randomly in my hand until I hit level 2 most of the time. And my hand is usually filled with like dead cards because I'm holding brown bears and I'm holding winds for actually hitting level 2. So it is like kind of awkward. You're sitting there like ricking. You're using Kaban to get more Kabans to get more playables, but it all pays off like when you get to the level 2 and 3 game. Like you saw, I canceled 2 turns in a row, like every attack.
Yeah, and you won board the whole time too. So
yeah, pretty spooky stuff. But I guess I mean if that's it, I guess we'll call it here, guys.
Yep.
All right. So once again with Dean and Nico, if you guys want to say goodbye.
Goodbye.
See you later.
All right, and then hopefully see you guys in the next video. Later.